were used to carry the cultural revolution forward. For the first time, young people were encouraged to attack authority and the old hierarchy of the party. And the advice came from Mao himself. Bombard the headquarters, he said. To rebel is justified.
Didn't you educate us on how to do like this? It was you that taught us that in class. All right, though? You taught us to go and change the world. Ain't that what y'all sell on the Evergreen State College page? So when shit is wrong, we're supposed to try to change it? So why are y'all in here eating cake? And chewing?
This time it wasn't the peasants in the country who did his bidding. The most educated and energetic generation in China were following his every word. The students felt excited and liberated as never before.
Resign.
In schools, pupils attacked their teachers.
Wait, hey.
Our headmaster had been really good to us, but even he couldn't escape. We didn't hate him personally, but he represented bourgeois values, so we had to attack him.
What's your hand now? That's my problem, George. You keep doing these little hand movements or whatever.
Come through.
This is another show. And I'm going to decolonize the space. I'll just be roaming around.
We dragged our headmaster onto the school stage. Then students put a dunce's cap on his head and a big placard around his neck. The more extreme we were, the more loyal we felt to Chairman Mao.
You know you got to put your hands down.
Yes, Ike! Yes, Ike!
Joan Lai's implicit distinction between smashing bourgeois ideas and smashing bourgeois individuals was quickly forgotten.
2 days of protests proved to be enough for Brett Weinstein, who took his biology class off campus to a downtown Olympia park.
I have been told by the chief of police that it is not safe for me to be on campus.
If he feels unsafe or frightened on this campus for 2 days, he can only imagine on what black and brown bodies have felt for years.
Many of you have been working on this for years.
I have been asking for it from my stewards for years.
People have been doing the work for years, way before you ever got here.
The perspectives of students, staff, and faculty of color have not been listened to for many years.
We've been sitting on our asses for 40 years, and this is the result. Listen to these people talk shit to you for 7 fucking years.
Some members of the faculty and staff have toiled for years on these issues, and integrating them into every aspect of our work will require taking concrete steps over many years.
At the start of World War II, a hunted civilian in Europe. And as I was riding back to get the car to go meet my students in town, the phrase hunted civilian just kept running through my head, and I thought, is this really happening? Right? A hunted civilian, like in the border, within the confines of the United States, you can be a hunted civilian having done nothing wrong because some vigilante mob decides something about you.
Progressed so much in decades and centuries in our country, but we still got more work to do. Our studies have demonstrated that. So I look forward to working with everyone to keep equity on the roll in the state of Washington.
Yeah, existing in Olympia became so uncomfortable, even though probably 9 interactions out of 10 were positive. People who came up to us were favorable.
But the danger of being confronted by that severance, or that...
Even if you weren't confronted, just the idea that sometimes somebody would look at you like, oh, you're just the dirtiest. And it's like, look, I know you're wrong, but just living in a place where some percentage of people actually believe that about you is very unpleasant. And, you know, campus particularly so, because really, people on campus, they have a choice, which is they can either look at their own responsibility for what's been allowed to happen, or they can take the designated boogeyman, who's me, and blame him. And so for a lot of people, they just don't have the wherewithal to navigate their own responsibility and the responsibility of all their friends. And so, you know, the boogeyman is good enough. So it's very unpleasant. And that's part of what keeps people reined in, is the fear of, wow, if I did violate the sacred commandment of don't talk to Fox or whatever, what happens next? And the answer is, actually, it's very ugly.
Chairman Mao says, Marxism consists of thousands of truths, but they all boil down to one phrase: it's right to rebel.
I want to thank the students who were videotaping what has been going on this week, because it educated me. Because this is my neighborhood, this is my campus. But like a lot of people who were in the office that day, yes, let's thank the students for videotaping. You witnessed in your office when a person of privilege was challenged about his privilege. And when he lunged at a faculty member who spoke eloquently today. If he was willing to do that in front of 50, 100 people, live streaming, what is that person willing to do when nobody's watching?
And you in the white shirt, you're going to be held accountable. You stand up in the white shirt right there. You don't get to just act out in front of people like that. That's fucked up. You don't just get to... Well, I don't even know the word right now. Y'all know what he did. Y'all seen the video. Look at him, see his face. You're going to be held accountable to the community. Whether the institution does it or we have to do it. There's the call out. Thank you.